Hi, Tarocchi players, and welcome to our first reading of 2026. Wow! So, I thought I'd do something a little bit different today, and rather than offer a reading for the week, I thought I would share the numerology of 2026 in relationship to the major arcana of the tarot. Now, the numerology is really simple. We take the numbers in 2026, so 2 plus 2 plus 6, we adding them together and we get 10. So the number 10 is what we're focusing on this year. And the number 10 in relation to the major arcana is the Wheel of Fortune card, and here it is. So the Wheel of Fortune, already we can sense there's some excitement for this new year. Our fortune is on the rise. And if we play our cards right, there's no reason why that should be any different. But I'd like to break down this card for you so that you really understand the energies of what's going to happen this year. So first of all, we see the wheel in the center of the card. And in the center of that wheel, we see these symbols. Now, these symbols are representing certain elements. So we have Mercury here, we have sulfur, we have water, and we have salt. On the outside of the wheel, we can see these Hebrew letters, and they spell and pronounce the unpronounceable name of God, Yahweh. Now, Yahweh, the unpronounceable name of God, is basically the law. And we can see in these little icons in each of the card's corners that they're holding a book, and that is the Book of Law. Now, the Book of Law is also referenced in the wheel on the outer edge with the letters Torah for Torah. That is the Book of Law. And so straight away we see from those symbols that the wheel is continuously turning. That is the law. That the cycles of life and death will continue no matter what. Nothing will ever remain the same. And that's the exciting part about 2026. It's an energetic movement of good fortune, the wheel of fortune. Now, this wheel can also represent karmic influences. What goes around comes around. But the really exciting thing about the card, if we take it into consideration, that movement, is nothing ever stays the same. And so if we find ourselves in an unfortunate situation this year, maybe the karma is coming back to haunt us, we know that we are going to move suddenly. Something's going to shift and it won't be there forever. So we can always be optimistic. And that is the essence of the card, the optimism of that movement of good fortune. Now, each of these icons are representing astrological signs. So here we have an angel representing Aquarius or the element of air. Here we have an eagle representing Scorpio or the element of water. Here we have a lion representing Leo or the fire element. And here we have a bull representing Taurus or the earth element. So straight away we know the card is balanced in the elemental factors. We notice also that everybody in this in the corners here, they're winged, they have wings, and that's representing that spiritual transmutation from this earth realm to a more spiritual realm. So this is the connection to that divine impulse, the wheel of karma, the wheel of fortune, and divine influence. Now the wheel is being held up strongly here by Anubis. Now, Anubis is the god of the dead, the Egyptian god of the dead, much like the Greek god of the dead, Hades. He looks after the underworld. But in this regard, he's supporting the wheel. We see a snake on one side moving downwards toward the underworld, continuously shedding its skin. So a sense of transformation, that continuous movement of growth and development. And above, on top of the wheel, we see this Egyptian sphinx holding a sword, representing strength, positivity, and clear thinking. So there's a lot of movement in the card. We can see it with the clouds. We can see it with the wings. We know the movement of the wheel is continuous. And so again, that is the essence of 2026. Our luck is on the rise. And what we should consider in that is that when we find ourselves throughout this year in a really good place, we sit with that, be present with that, really enjoy that. Milk it internally, feel the cells rise, because we know that that wheel may turn at any point. And so staying optimistic and enthusiastic and joyful is definitely the way to keep this wheel moving in that positive, fortunate direction. So welcome to 2026. Welcome to the Tarocchi-Play. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. You know, numbers count. And my fortune may rise if you do subscribe. So how's that? I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful week. All the best. Bye.